Good morning, good morning. Well, this is a nice chilly morning. Okay, so we are in the tarot study of the Emperor. We just started. This is like day 2. And here's the, this is the original Rider-Waite. And then we're introducing a new card this month. I just got these for winter to work with the Caliac this month. And again, there's a free Facebook group where we try and deep dive and learn all the things. It's all free, nothing, there's no selling allowed on there. So it's a break from all that capitalism, consumerism, all the things of all the like buy. So, but I did buy, and I bought a new deck to work with the Caliac, and this one even today reminds me of her. This is the Winter Emperor, and let me do this again. There's that. The Winter Emperor, and see how it's like there's a face coming out of the mountains, and it feels like very much like I'm assuming it's supposed to be a male's face, but to me right now it's the Caliac. It's her. She's part of the mountains. She is part of you and your soul. She has always been there and will always remain, and she has like just been waiting for your hand to like fall upon her and say, rise up, rise up, rise up. And it's like this awakening. And I wonder, like, if this is like it's a deeper like part of like perimenopause and stuff too. Like that's her awakening within you. And working with her, and I know I'm getting off track. This has nothing to do with the tarot study, but it's just interesting. Like working with her has been different, and I know I just started on the first yesterday, but it feels different. But normally they start popping in to tell me who the goddess of our group will be for the month. They'll start coming through like a week or a couple weeks before the actual month, so that way, and then it lets me know. They kind of like, we want to work, we want to be the one. This is the one. I'm the one. And then that way I know too, like what to set up for the next month. But anyway, she's already been different. So it's interesting. She feels more like, instead of like walking beside you, she is within you. And it just makes you it's just different. And I love it. Okay. So back to the subject on hand, the Emperor. So again, there's the Emperor, the original Rider-Waite, and here, and I didn't tell you what this deck is from. And here's this. Da-da-da. And look how big this book is. And it came in this nice box and wrapped in a ribbon, and you can see that's the outside of the cards, the back side of the cards. And then see how pretty. But yeah, I really felt like I almost got the Yule deck, the Yule Oracle deck, because I want that too. But then I saw this and I felt like, no, I'm supposed to get this one instead right now. I thought it was all free. I'd get the Yule one too, to work with both of them right now, to like be deep in the winter. But I felt like this is the one that I was supposed to get for now. So there's that. Now this is the book we're going to read today. To go with the Emperor is the Book of Tarot by Danielle Noel. And look, it matches I am covering so many different things besides the actual subject on hand. My sister brought it to me from Arizona. They found it in the desert on a hike. Look how pretty and big, and I just love it so much. Because I have a wee one, but it's nothing compared to this big baby. Oh, I just love her. Okay. And it just feels, it's like different, right? Whenever it's found like out roaming the wild. Okay. So, the Emperor. The key words: stability, action, success, authority, balance, structure, reason, protection, and discipline. And here's the inside of the book, the layout. And she has her own deck. I know I've mentioned this before in the passings, which I don't have yet. I would love to have her deck to read with this. All right, astrological ties is Aries and Jupiter. Gemstones, aragonite, jasper, and labradorite. The emperor sits calmly holding space for the dominion that he has built. See, this book says he has built. The other book said the empress built it. So interesting. It is a place of order and stability. I kind of think they kind of built it together, but that's just me. Maybe the empress did a little bit more. But okay. A great realm of symmetry, balance, and universal structure. There is a strength in his character. Here he is represented in the form of a large feline from another world, a protective spirit who warns each traveler of the path ahead. If you stick with his approach to life, the journey will be controllable and safe. But be warned, this will take discipline and action. As the energetic counterpart to the Empress, the Emperor channels her creative, mutable power and transforms it to a tangible, practical ways. Balance. That's what I'm always seeking, is some balance. The message. While this card points to being able to strategize and plan ahead, perhaps in the guise of time management and structured routines and responsibilities, the Emperor also encourages us to take stock of our state of mind and powers of discernment. If you are experiencing stress due to external influences in your life, now may be a good time to maintain your focus on the task ahead and reassess how you are processing your thoughts. Very often, when our minds are buzzing with clutter, our external world can end up being a bit chaotic and draining. The Emperor asks us to step up and be confident in who we are. He encourages us to take back our power and to distinguish thoughts and actions that are damaging or aggressive from those that are nurturing and positive. From here, we can begin to create order out of chaos and be systematic with our plan of attack. Now is the time to be a strategic thinker in order to get things done. Questions to ask. How can I take the initiative in order to manifest my goal? What steps will I need to take from here on? Where do my strengths lie? And then it says, it does a reverse reading, but we're not going to read that. But there's the inside layout again. I do like this book. I like that it has I like the broken down layout. I like the size of it. It's a good size. And I like the how it shows different keywords, gemstones, astrological ties, the questions to ask, all of that. But there you have it. There's our Emperor lesson of the day. So how are you, ma'am, going to go out and channel your Emperor? How are you going to get things done? How are you going to plan it out? What's your plan, your strategic plan of action? But don't forget, we're going into winter, so slow and steady wins the race. I really feel like this is a time of allowing. It's almost so okay. Going back to the Caliac, this is the image that I got in my mind this morning during meditation. Was ice, the Caliac growing from within you instead of walking beside you, and then it just as ice kind of grows and then kind of starts, it feels or fungus, mold. It starts on the inside, because if you know, I don't know if you know this or not, but a piece of bread, if it shows mold on the outside, it's already all on the inside. It's showing on the outside. So it's so thinking of that, it was showing ice kind of forming a tree and then coming out, and then coming out of forming on the inside and then pushing outwards. And then how sometimes whenever a tree that has dead limbs, if it gets too much ice on it, it'll fall down, it'll break away, right? And then, but also in the fall and the winter, what happens, so it doesn't look like there's a lot happening on the outside except for a bunch of dead limbs falling away. So just like this dude right here, it doesn't look like there's a bunch happening, but there's dead limbs are falling away. All that, the stuff that we don't need, that's taking up space, that is not serving us. Even thoughts, self-destructive thoughts and self-sabotaging thoughts falling away. Just like with our by the book card of the day, those self-sabotaging thoughts falling away. And then, but what's happening is it doesn't look like there's a lot of growth happening outward, but those roots, what happens with a tree in the winter and the fall, the roots are growing. That's where the action's happening, is under in the ground, like where you can't see it, is becoming more deeply rooted. And like that whole root system is really like taking shape and form and like getting more solid and steady. And it's and who it is and who we are. And that's the kind of like, but that takes nice, slow, steady, deep growth. It doesn't take, that's not like fast action, with which I know is kind of goes against, like he's supposed to be with fire, but it doesn't feel like fire, like a fast like spark. It feels like this slow, steady burn, kind of like keeping the pot on simmer, instead of like, because you don't want to turn it up too high or it'll burn it, right? It'll burn your sauce, it'll burn your soup. So soup, like soup and sauce, is like, those are good winter warming foods, right? So you keep those on slow simmer to really bring out all the flavors. You don't want to turn those up too high or it will burn the bottoms of the stuff, right? So that's the kind of fire that we have right now in the winter, is like that simmering fire, not the fast flames, not the fast action, not the fast movement, but the simmering, just warm enough to just like create this beautiful, slow deepening of our growth. And but that still allows like that ice like to form and to break off like all those dead branches, all the stuff that's just keeping us, holding us from growing taller and bigger and wider in our growth. So, yay, welcome to winter growth. I don't know, it was a really good meditation this morning, if you can't tell. All right, much love. Have an amazing day.